In a 2002 war game against the United States, a Marine general led an imaginary version of Iran to victory. The U.S. military selected Lieutenant General Paul Van Riper to lead the opposing Red forces in the most expensive military exercise in history. He was given command of a less powerful Middle Eastern-inspired military, and his job was to face the full power of the American armed forces. Within the first 2 days, he sank an entire carrier battle group. The year is 2002. America, fresh from the triumph of Desert Storm, stands at the pinnacle of its military might. But in the shadows, a challenge is brewing. Congress has mandated a war game, a massive $250 million simulation designed to test the future of warfare and the limits of American military might. The exercise was called Millennium Challenge 2002. The game had been in the works for 2 whole years. 13,000 troops, 17 simulation sites, and 9 live force training grounds. A colossal stage was set. The scenario, a clash between the confident Blue Force, representing the United States, and the Red Force, a stand-in for Iran. Blue Force, armed with cutting-edge tech and a doctrine of rapid decisive operations, was ready to unleash shock and awe. Their strategy, overwhelming force, swift victory. The war game would begin with a forced entry exercise that included the 82nd Airborne Division and 1st Marine Regiment. Leading the Red Force was retired Marine Corps Lieutenant General Paul Van Riper, a veteran of Vietnam and Desert Storm, a strategist who understood the brutal calculus of war. Van Riper was handpicked for his devious mind, a no-nonsense, solid professional warfighter. He knew the key to victory lies not in matching Blue Force's technology, but in exploiting its weaknesses. His strategy? Asymmetric warfare. While Blue Force relied on complex electronic communications, a vulnerability in itself, Red Force embraced the simplicity of the past. Motorcycle messengers zipped across the simulated battlefield, carrying orders. World War II-era light signals flickered to launch aircraft, bypassing radio chatter. Fishing vessels, camouflaged against the vastness of the sea, became stealthy launch platforms for anti-ship missiles. Small boats fan out across the sea, seemingly innocuous, but their real mission was to pinpoint the location of Blue Force's fleet. Van Riper was playing a different game, a game Blue Force didn't even understand. Blue Force issued an ultimatum, the final point of which was surrender within 24 hours. Red Force's response: a brilliantly conceived trap. Since the George W. Bush administration had recently announced the preemption doctrine, Van Riper decided that as soon as a U.S. Navy carrier battle group steamed into the Persian Gulf, he would preempt the preemptors and strike first. At dawn on the second day, as soon as the Blue Force carrier battle group crossed the point of no return, Red Force unleashed hell. They hit them, and hit them hard. Missiles rained down from land-based launchers, disguised merchant ships, and low-flying aircraft, slipping beneath the radar net. Simultaneously, swarms of explosive-laden speedboats launched kamikaze attacks. Blue Force's fancy Aegis radar system, designed to intercept incoming missiles, was overwhelmed. The simulation was rocked by explosions, leading to the unthinkable event. In the space of 10 minutes, 16 U.S. ships, including the crown jewel, the aircraft carrier, along with cruisers and amphibious assault vessels, were sent to the bottom of the Persian Gulf. In the real world, this catastrophic defeat would have meant the loss of over 20,000 American lives. The war game ground to a halt. The brass was stunned. Blue Force, the unbeatable superpower, had been crushed. Constraints were placed on Red Force. Their tactics were restricted, their weapons systems limited. They were forbidden from targeting incoming aircraft, even when they had clear shots. The game was replayed, but this time, the outcome was scripted. A Blue Force victory. They weren't interested in learning, Van Riper later said. They were interested in validating what they already believed. The $250 million war game, meant to illuminate the future of warfare, became a symbol of the military's self-deception. Disgusted by the charade, Van Riper resigned in protest. Millennium Challenge 2002 exposed a dangerous truth: the refusal to confront uncomfortable realities. The question lingers: has the military learned from its mistakes, or are they destined to repeat them? More than 2 decades have passed. The world has changed. The United States, once at the zenith of its power, now faces a multipolar world, a world where its dominance is no longer assured. Meanwhile, Iran has not only survived years of sanctions, but has also emerged as a regional powerhouse. Relying on its own resources, it has built a military force equipped with advanced and diverse technologies and strategies. This force is ready to respond to any attack with a powerful and unpredictable counterstrike. The lessons of Millennium Challenge 2002 are more relevant than ever. The price of arrogance, the price of refusing to learn from the past, could be catastrophic. An attack on Iran will be costly, and not only will it set the region ablaze, but it will also pose a serious threat to American interests and forces around the world. The flames will spread rapidly, and in the blink of an eye, they will destroy everything in their path. It burns down every American interest. Garrison after garrison. And, if called for, garden after garden. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.